The Feast of Pentecost was a Jewish festival celebrating the harvest of the winter wheat. And for anyone who's been on a farm, you know that for farmers, the time between when you finish eating what you grew last year and... It's not on? I think it's it.
It's on, but twisted from the baptism to some people.
I think it's it. But, so it's this time where you're in between food. And so when the first harvest came off, people were joyous. We're good for another year. And so when the Christian church came along, they celebrated this harvest, this time between Christ's resurrection and ascension into heaven, and then something else happened. And as Sebastian just read for us, the birth of the church. These people from all over the Mediterranean who spoke different languages, who were suddenly understanding one another. And it's really great that we celebrate it on Celebration Sunday when all of our kids are here, because in this day and age in the church, there's so many different metrics for measuring, are you doing church well? Are you succeeding? Are the people happy with what's going on? How much are you doing? How much money are you raising to pay for things? But the biggest metric of all, which we never see, because we are raising up people to be members of different churches in different places. What we do here means that there's going to be a church somewhere else in the future. If these young people feel nurtured and fed and excited by the story, and it becomes their way of life that they choose when they become teenagers and going forward, and they go off to wherever it is, whether it's Hawaii or China or Boston or Florida, and they go into that church and they say, I not only want to be a church, but I want to help lead this church. I want to be a deacon. And in those meetings they say, you know, at the Dover church 40 years ago, I could feel the love. I could feel the joy. And that's what I want here. I want people to feel that experience, and I'm going to do what I can to make it happen. That's what we're doing here. Perhaps the most important thing is a gift from us to the world of our children. And so it seems like a ministry that happens on the side over in Craft Hall, but you saw all the people who taught. We don't have a ministry as big as this one in the whole church. More people get involved. And that's the meaning of Pentecost. Sharing our gifts for the world. And someday, one of us, when I'm retired, I may sit down in a church and there will be David Dennison standing up at the baptism of somebody else's child. Or there will be one of the Gibson brothers standing up as a teacher. And I'll think, by the grace of God, we did it. Amen.